Hey guys, I am McD and welcome back to McD Plays Dark Souls 2. Wondering why we get to the Lost Bastille and then we're just heading back to Majula? Well, I just wanted to show you that you could get here. We're going to be here later, but I have some other areas that I want to kind of cover first. There is a couple more opening, or right off the bat, places that you can go in the beginning. It might be a bit easier for us than the Bastille. Also, last time we ended up defeating two bosses. We ended up kicking the shit out of the pursuer, and we also got our ass handed to us by the giant, the last giant. So what we're going to do today is we are going to head down this path, and you'll end up seeing this kind of contraption right here. If you interact with it, contraption does not move. So you see there's a pathway right here. There is, it looks like an item that we can get right there, but unfortunately it's walled off. Today we are going to be heading to Hyde's Tower of Flame. There are a couple things to do in there, a couple bosses that we can encounter. I would like to be able to take on both today, but that just depends on how well Hyde's Tower of Flame goes. So we're going to run down the staircase. Be, observant when you get down here, because I passed it my first time. There is a chest that you can open. Do is we're going to pick this up and we get a Crimson Parma. Another shield, not as good as the Silver Eagle Kite right now, but that's okay. You know what? Another thing, now that I'm thinking about it, last episode we picked up the Drang Lake set. Now, I do have enough strength for that. I think I'm going to put that on right now, just because it blocks 100% damage, as opposed to the 90 that the Silver Eagle has. Now, I purchased this for a reason. I was tipped off by a couple friends that, having that shield later on might help us out, but I'm going to stick with Drang Lake for now. We do have the +4 Bastard Sword, and yeah, we're going to go with that. There is a switch that you're going to want to pull right here. It's going to open up this door for us. And what you can do is, if you end up getting trapped, you want to make your way back out. There is a switch up in that corner as well, but we're going to continue on. There's an item right here. Can't remember what it is though. Soul of the Lost Undead and a Broken Thief Sword. Huzzah! But we're going to be moving into... For me, it was one of the most frustrating parts when I first started playing through this game for the first time, but bar none, probably one of the most beautiful places to me in this game. Hyde's Tower of Flame. Just take it in. It's honestly, it's gorgeous. So what we're going to be doing is, the majority of the enemies in this area are going to be giant knights. We're going to ignore this guy for just a moment, head down here, and we're going to light this bonfire. Because I have a feeling that we probably could die once or twice. I can't use it. He got down here too quick. So what we're going to do is, he generally does this 3-strike combo. He can turn it into 4 like he just did right there. And I'm just going to hack away at him. The Bastard Sword makes pretty quick work of him. So, cracked Blue Eye Orb. Go ahead, and we're already starting to see some summons. Now, there's another one up here, wielding a large club. You only have to defeat him once. He will disappear after that. He won't respawn again. And something else that I probably haven't touched on? Oh, let's just dodge that real quick. Okay, forgot about that one. A couple more hits. Something I haven't touched on is a big difference between Dark Souls 1 and 2. Whenever you rest at a bonfire, enemies are going to respawn, obviously. Well, in Dark Souls 2, they're kind of... What you could do back in Dark Souls 1 was you could just use that to farm. If you didn't think you were strong enough, you could farm certain areas and just, level up, get a bunch of souls. Dark Souls 2 makes that a bit difficult, however. What is going to happen instead is, if you defeat an enemy, I believe, like 15 times in one area, they're going to stop spawning, or respawning, rather. Really quickly, you'll notice that after you defeat this knight, this switch is going to pull up. We'll talk about that in just a moment. I just want to kind of finish my idea here. So yeah, enemies are going to stop respawning after, I believe, 15 times that you defeat them, and then that's going to take away the ability to, farm. So that's where the bonfire aesthetics come in. The bonfire aesthetics you can use to make the area harder, bump it up to like a New Game Plus kind of mode. then enemies will respawn again, but of course they're going to be a lot tougher. Those two knights that were with this guy kind of just went to guard their own respective halls. This guy's going to come after us, but as soon as we defeat him, then we're going to have to worry about the other two guards. They will come running. What I like to do, at least when I'm starting this game, on my first playthrough for a character, I like to kite this guy down here. In, later new games, I'm obviously leveled up. I can just pretty much take him out in, 2 hits. Okay, let's move out of the way and roll under that. A couple more slashes and he is done. Yeah, the great sword knights over here obviously have the lowest HP, but will do the most damage. This is a great area to farm cracked blue eye orbs as well. Oh, hey guys, I forgot. You wanted to come play. I think if I just move far enough down here, one of these knights will come down, the other one's going to head back to that kind of cathedral-y area right there. And I was mistaken. So now I've got 2 to deal with. So let's kind of break this up a bit. And what I'm going to do is first I'm going to hit this switch. If you notice straight ahead, it's going to raise a portion of that platform. I should probably watch out for you, huh? You can see that platform in the back is kind of raising. And once we defeat these 2 guys, too, another switch is going to pull up right here. But what I'm going to do is kind of give myself some spacing, some breathing room from these knights. One should be coming... Yep. One's going to come over here and follow me. The other one's going to go back to his door. So if you could, kind sir, please come to me. Where are you? Okay, the one went over to his door. This guy's going to come to me now. Hey, we got shit to do, buddy. Yeah, you go ahead and slash at me all you want. That's fine. Yeah. 3 swipes get him down, too. Wow, this Master Sword is pretty OP at this point. It's making our life a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and take care of this last knight. There's going to be 2 more behind him, so I don't want to kind of draw their attention. Instead, I'm just going to kind of pull this guy out a bit. Yep, there you go. And dead. Switch should pop up now. Yep, there we go. And you probably can't see it from here, but it is going to raise another platform. And it is going to make the boss in there much easier. If you don't raise those 2 platforms, you're going to be fighting on limited ground. And the boss that's in here isn't particularly difficult, but he can knock you back if he gets a hit on you, and you could fall off the edge. And that is most likely the way that I would die in that fight. I've tried fighting him with a limited ground before. It's not fun. So let's go ahead and cross this carefully. Open this chest up. And we get a green blossom. Green blossoms, if I remember correctly, are exactly like the grass in Dark Souls 1, which your stamina will refill much quicker. Yeah, you can go ahead and do that. That's fine. I want you to do the chop. That's what I want. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to go ahead and summon for this fight. I'm just going to summon this guy right here. This is the Masterless Glencore. He is an NPC. Just to kind of pull a little bit of attention off me. Again, like the last giant, it might be easier just to do it yourself. But I don't recall ever really using this guy. I've seen other people use him, so we're going to test him out and see if he's actually a notable NPC or not. So what we're going to do is head through this boss fog, and we're not even going to get a video for him. This is the Dragon Rider. Just a big old knight. And you can tell this would just be the ground that I'm circling on right now is the ground that you would be fighting him on originally. The outer 2 circles are the platforms that I ended up raising. So I'm going to go ahead. Just like the Pursuer, it's probably best just to go ahead and keep moving to his side. Keep an eye on your stamina, however, because he can knock it all down. And chopping away at him here. He is pissed off at me, however, because I'm doing a lot of damage. You can stagger him. That is possible. I'm going to let my stamina fill a bit. just gonna keep chopping away at him. He's not very difficult once you, again, just like the Pursuer, once you have his moveset down, which is pretty limited for him, he can be pretty much a breeze. You can parry him as well. I've seen people do that, but again, I'm not too fantastic at my parries, so I'm not even gonna bother. Let's just have him do that, and we'll finish him up with a couple more swipes. He's dead. Another thing to note is generally once you beat a boss, the NPC will fade away and you won't need to use him again. But I believe this NPC is summonable, or you can summon him again, I should say. Let's keep the language pretty simple here, okay? I'm a simple guy. I trip over my words all the time anyway, so. But you could summon him again for the other boss in this area, which is over at that big cathedral tower right there. The drawbridge is up, but, you know, we'll worry about that in a moment. Right now, we have a bonfire, and we have an NPC to talk to, so let's chat her up a bit.
Are you from these parts? My name is Lycia. I have come to spread the art of miracles, a practice of which I am a disciple. I can see that you are well suited to comprehend their wondrous power, but the cost of it, that's for your heart to decide.
We're going to continue to speak to her.
I'd heard awful rumors about this place, and I'm afraid they were all true. The king, gone. The earth, ravaged. The burden on the people weighs heavy. I fear that, by now, they may have scarce room in their hearts for miracles. Why did I come here? Well, do I need any other reason than to spread the gospel of miracles? My preceptor always said this art should be shared with the world, and such is my only wish.
Kind of having a hard time believing her, right?
Sometimes I fight the urge to pack up and go back home. It is... well, I must do this. And being out here all alone only makes this a more fitting test of my fortitude. I expected this cathedral to be bustling, but there's hardly a soul to be found here. Without any goings-on, I'll have to move soon, to a place I could help the gullible, by teaching the good word.
That's it for her dialogue, but Lycia obviously has other intentions besides spreading that good word. She is pretty much your faith dealer this time around. You can purchase a chime from her. She does have a ring of prayer increasing your faith, but it's super expensive. After all the fighting we've done, we could just barely buy it now. And, of course, tons of miracles, which don't really affect me at all. I don't really like doing faith builds. They're kind of not my specialty, so I'm just going to kind of do away with that right now.
No need for miracles. The gods frown upon such soul scrimpers.
Yeah, you can pretty much tell that she's just in it for herself, and she wants souls like nobody's business. But we're going to light the bonfire. We're not going to rest at it. If we rested at it, however, she would return to Majula. She will return regardless, but I went through this whole entire first section of Hyde's Tower without using an Estus, without having to use any life gems. So I'm going to keep the enemies dead just to make the rest of our traveling through here pretty easy. I believe this NPC should come back, but maybe I'm mistaken. But regardless, we're going to head back up here, and we're going to head towards that big old cathedral. I just want to take in this view one more time. This is just gorgeous, especially on PC. It looks terrific. Breathtaking. All these summon signs from people, too. They want to get in on the action. I might summon somebody for the next battle, just to have a little bit of fun. So what we're going to do is move forward. And we're going to have this guy come into the cathedral. Again, kiting them one at a time. That's a staple of Dark Souls. Don't get yourself overwhelmed with enemies. Especially with these guys. They can be a huge pain. You got to fight a couple of them. You're going to do that sweep. And 1, 2, 3. 3 to take you out. Pretty nice. My durability for the Bastard Sword is dropping, though. I got about half of it left. I might want to equip another sword just in case for the next boss fight. But we have a few more seconds to kind of figure that out. Picked up some old knight armor. And don't pass this staircase. You can go down this staircase. You can actually see this item right when you enter Hyde's Tower of Flame. So, Divine Blessing. Those things drop like fucking candy in this game. They show up all the time. They were a bit more rare in Dark Souls 1, I will say. Okay, so we're going to move up to this final platform. We have one more knight to deal with. And once we beat him, we have one more switch to throw. Let's get up here and say hello. Hey, buddy. Hi. Yeah. That was pretty good. Yeah, you're going to do your 4 slashes, huh? I baited that for a reason. Oh! We are out of stamina. Yeah, that's what I get. Oh, well. Taken care of. And we'll just pop a life gem. Lever's going to come up. And once you pull this enormous drawbridge is going to come down. Oh no, oh no! Cool. I saw some summon signs hanging about, but, you know, we'll head up here. I bet you there might be some on this platform. There is a... yeah, let's go ahead. Summon. Oh man, I was correct. Old Radiant Life Gem. I believe we're going to get another ring up here. If I'm not mistaken, this is the Ring of Binding and a Human Effigy. Now, the Ring of Binding is pretty important, mainly because... let me double check my sources here, make sure I'm not full of shit, but I'm pretty sure with Ring of Binding, whenever you go hollow... yeah, limits HP reduction when hollow, so you can lose up to 75, or you can lose only 25% of your overall health, not 50%. I'm going to sit here and try to summon another person if I can. Hey, buddy. How's it going? Yep. Oh, you got your bow and arrow ready, huh? B-Nix. The reason, again, all of these are disappearing is just mainly because everybody is playing this game right now. It's the first week of Souls, so... you know what? We might be good with just the one person. Oh. We'll give this one more try here. YOLO Swag Pro. Really? That's a nice name. Let's go ahead and do my favorite gesture whenever I'm summoning somebody. And again, you can break out of these, unlike Dark Souls 1. Hey, buddy. What's going on? You ready? Ready to do it? Okay, let's do it. This boss, I flipped the shit when I ran into him the first time. Oh, shit, I didn't equip a second sword. Oh, well. But, Old Dragon Slayer. And he already knocked me on my ass. And he broke my guard. And he stabbed me. And he broke my guard again. We need to retreat very quickly. Obviously, this is Ornstein. Or at least a form of him. Very interesting to see him show up in this game. I'm going to get in, do a couple swipes. And like Ornstein, he's going to have that ground pound. This time it's more of like a curse move. At least it doesn't look like lightning. It looks like a curse with that purple haze on it. Hey. Yeah, come on. He can destroy a lot of pillars and stuff. He does have a move that can impale you and will impale you. I don't think it's blockable, so you just got to be ready for it. Again, just like a lot of the starting bosses in this game, just keep moving around them. That's all you got to do. Keep moving to the right or left, and it should not be an issue. Okay, that was a big mistake, but at least I rolled out of the way. He is more than halfway dead, and we're just going to keep chipping away at him. Oh, shit. Hey, buddy. I really love his look in this game. And now that he's got enough damage, he's going to end up throwing out these lightning attacks. We're going to go ahead and just meet him on the battlefield once more. Okay. And he's not too bad one-on-one as well, as long as you keep following this, you know, keep moving behind him, and he won't be too much of an issue. We staggered him, and see you later, buddy. Thanks, guys. Thanks for keeping him occupied. 2 bosses down. Old Dragon Slayer's Soul and the Old Leo Ring. Further proof that this is probably Ornstein. just because of the old Leo ring that he drops the Leo ring in Dark Souls 1, strengthens thrust weapon counterattacks. So we're already starting to pick up quite a few more souls and rings. And hey, what do you know? My durability lasted during that fight. So we're going to continue through the cathedral here. And we're going to encounter this NPC.
Transient being. This is no place for one such as you. Be gone. You are not needed. Transient being, nothing has changed. You would never make a Knight of the Blue, and I have nothing more to say. Be gone. You are not needed.
So this guy really wants nothing to do with us. You actually have to have a token of reprisal, I believe? A token of fidelity, maybe? Something that you can pick up later in the game, also just from invading and PvP. This is a Knight of the Blue, not a Blue Sentinel. Two different factions here. But we do have a couple more chests to open up. Let's open that up. Hide Knight Iron Mask, Tower Shield. And what is in this one? Cracked Blue Eye Orbs. Again, useful if you want to invade the world of the Guilties, I believe. Head down this path right here. And there's another bonfire. Also, once you are able to join that Knight of the Blue Covenant, this room right here will allow you to interact, and you can, you know, spar with other Knights of the Blue. We can't do that because we're not in the Covenant, but yeah, just a friendly heads up. So, man, how much time have we all used? About 22 minutes. We sped through that. Let's go back to Majula right now. And we've got a bunch of souls. Let's see what we can do with that. See if we can upgrade our sword anymore. Upgrade the Drang Lake shield. Do we have another shard?
Is that a shard you found?
We do.
Here, to see. However,
Let's go ahead and upgrade the Estus Flask once more. What are we at, 4 now? Yes, we are at 4 Estus Flasks now. 4 chugs of Sunny Delight. Let's, you know, take a little bit of time to speak to some people, see if we get any new dialogue. It's been a bit.
Look at our new neighbors. How they fret over all and sundry. Oh, those were better days. Ah, dear me. It really takes me back. Do you see the way beyond the bonfire? That will take you. There was once a you may just find some, but don't venture too far.
So we're not going to get too much out of him right now. He will give us an item later.
May you
And
find peace on your journey.
You as well, Crestfallen Warrior. I'm not going to join his covenant again either. At least not right now. We'll stop into Leningrast and see if we can upgrade anything. Might be helpful.
Oh, I'd given you up for dead. Almost had me worried, really.
You didn't seem too concerned last time we had a chat, buddy. So, I don't think I want to purchase anything. Maybe the repair powder. I am holding one, though. Let's look at reinforcing stuff. So, we need 2 large Titanite shards to upgrade the Bastard Sword. I know where to get those. Those would be in the Bastille. We have a light crossbow. Let's look at the Drang Lake. I think the Drang Lake requires Twinkling Titanite, and I have none of that. So it doesn't look like we'll be doing any upgrading right now, which isn't a big deal. We could upgrade armor if we wanted to, but I'm fine with what we have at the moment. Keep it nice and simple. We don't have to repair anything.
Don't waste my time.
Sorry, buddy. There's just nothing that caught my eye. We'll talk to Malentia in a bit. I do know where I can spend some souls, though. Probably at Shalqua and Maulin.
I'm glad to see you safe. Take a look at my wares.
And he's got the same stuff, but I think I'm going to end up buying maybe the Elite Knight armor. It's pretty cheap. And if we spend more money at him, we're going to move his dialogue along a bit. And I'm sitting on all these souls. I could level up, but I'd be fine without having to do that.
I considered returning to my homeland. I've started to turn a handsome...
We've already talked to you about that.
Thanks very much. Do come again.
We will. We'll stop back in on him in a little while and see if we've moved his quest along at all. I think I spent the right amount of souls there. Let's talk to our kitty cat.
Oh. You do have a time.
What can I buy from you? Silver cat ring, and while I have the souls, I'm gonna go ahead and buy that. That will be useful later. Red eye ring, easier to be detected by enemies. I think I'm gonna get that too. Name engraved ring, easier to connect to players who chose same god, so there will be a list of names that you can engrave on that ring once you purchase it. I'm not going to worry about that. I am also thinking ahead and going to get the Ring of Whispers. A lot of these rings are just going to help us out later on, or be convenient for us. I don't need any Homeward Bones, any Lloyd's Talismans, nothing like that, so we'll hold off.
Satisfied? I'll be around if you ever come back.
Okay. Very cool. And Valentia. That's what I wanted to talk. Yeah, I wanted to talk to you, fine lady. How you doing?
I knew you'd be back.
Now, what I did want to purchase from you was a decent chunk of, maybe 12. 12 life gems, so we have 20 now. Throwing knives, I'll stick with what I have. And that should do it for about now. I don't think I really need anything else. Oh, that's what I wanted to check. I just have the bow and arrow and the light crossbow. I have enough to wield both. Probably want to go with the light crossbow. Let's dump some souls into Leningrad after all. And get some... Let's equip this first. That puts us over burden too, which kind of sucks, but let's take off our fire arrows. We have 20 wood bolts. I would like to purchase some heavy bolts. Yeah, I want to buy shit this time, bro. And we can buy 50 of them, so let's do that. And let's buy that too, just in case. Just to have some extra firepower here. Use up all them souls. We don't need to level up.
I'll be around.
We don't need your stinking levels. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and warp to the Lost Bastille. Oh, you know what? No, never mind. I know what I want to do. Let's go ahead and warp back to Tower of Flame, where we met Lycia. And we're going to wrap up the episode here. There is another area that we can explore, and we're going to do that next time. So thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and comment on it. Subscribe to the channel if you have already. And I'll see you guys next time.